we all know. We don't have to understand it actually, as we all know bits about music. So basically, I want to ask you a very stereotypical question, everyone here present. So, what is your favorite song? If anybody can answer that. It is a very uh, humongous question to ask. We don't have one favorite song. So if anybody want to answer that, what is your favorite song? I don't get the access to the comment section anymore as I'm presenting the screen.
I'm currently obsessed with Nobody No Crime. Nobody No Crime by Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, okay, I've heard about that. Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it initially, but I've heard about the song. Anyone?
My favorite is all time Rabindranath Tagore. All the songs.
Of course, he is a one-man army. So yeah, actually, this is a very tough question to ask. We don't really have a particular favorite song. What we may have is a favorite song for a particular mood, and even that is for me, even that is tough because I can't actually point out one sad song or one party song to play. But of course, we have, if we think we can point out, figure out something, because we basically can't play Pachtaoge at a party. So like that, we have different songs for different moods. Now the next question which I want to ask you all is this, I think you can answer, is what is your favorite type of music? Here are 10 of them. There are many more, of course. These are the basic I have put down. If someone wants to answer.
I believe 80% of my playlist is full of pop. So I am a pop enthusiast.
Yes, surely, it's great. Can do like I can hear to any one of them anytime, so all are equal for me. And anyone else type of music?
Yes, John Xavier has replied saying he likes R&B and hip hop, and acoustic is a close
Okay.
second.
I'm really sorry I don't get the access to the comment section anymore as I'm sharing, but thank you for informing me. So yeah, so we do have favorite types of music. So means like we can name one, but we cannot actually ignore others. Everyone has equal place. We generally tend to hear classical music in the morning, and then it goes into pop rock in the evening, and then something soulful at night. Now, this is what I like to hear. There is no harm in partying in the morning, of course. Okay, so the next slide. I think the next slide will interest you all. I guess we all know any one of them for sure. I hope, at least this generation, my friends here, they would definitely know them. So can I ask how many Directioners here?
Arani, you are one of them, just so you
Yes,
know.
definitely. I'm definitely a big Directioner fan, like from childhood. Means when they were small, I'm a fan of them, and now they are not there, I'm still a fan of them. So yeah,
One D for life, Arani.
I know there are. So there are many Directioners. I know, maybe not here, but like I know many of them. But how can we
Chandray
forget the
and
band that is
Benazir say that they are one directioners as well. They have
okay?
put it in the
Great.
chat box. Yes.
Yes, sure. Okay, so I think they will like the ending of this meeting today. Okay, so but how can we forget the band that is leading now, one of the like most popular boy band, which is BTS, and it's very famous. Everyone is a great. Means I have like 90% of my friends are K-pop fans. So any armies here?
Uh, Chandray is one, and Shinya Bhattacharya is one as well. Yeah.
Oh, great. So just so you know, songs like Butter and Boy With Love may come and go, but Fake Love will not fade away ever. It was a separate fan base for me, that song. I wanted to sing that, but it's totally Korean and I suck at that, so I don't want to do it. And also now the interesting part, and which many of us don't even, I don't know actually. How many of you heard about Beatles, one of the oldest and most popular boy band? If anybody have heard their songs or heard about them, of course you have heard about them, but maybe we
I
haven't.
was actually obsessed with the Beatles in like 11th and 12th grade. I mean,
Oh,
that was a
I think
phase
you
where,
still love them.
yeah, I still love them, but that was like an obsession for me because my dad listens to all old school stuff. So that kind of grew on me too.
yes, absolutely. I recently heard, like while I was making this PowerPoint, I heard 2 to 3 songs maybe, and I literally liked them. And at that point of time, making these songs were, it's really like hats off. Okay, now the next slide.
Chandray has commented that Beatles is always the god. Here Comes the Sun is one of my favorites.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, now anyone wants to mention any other bands? There's this Korean band I know, Blackpink. I have no clue about any other bands actually, but
Arani,
there are many
Coldplay.
more, of
There are
course.
Coldplay. There are the
There's
Luminous.
Maroon 5
Maroon 5,
Yeah,
definitely.
and
yeah.
One
So,
Republic as well.
yes, so there are many more, and they are like very famous and very well known, and they are great. So yes. Now the next one. I hope we know all of them here. Like, I don't think there is anyone who doesn't know any one of them. And before you come to me that why I have put Satyajit Ray here, I couldn't really ignore him because again, he's one man army. And if you think he didn't sing, well, he did give amazing music to some amazing songs. And who do you think is the voice behind Bhute Raja, the great Bhute Raja, if you have ever watched Gopika and Bhagabain? So yeah, I couldn't actually ignore him. And then we have the legendary Kishore Kumar, one of my actually my most favorite person till now. I haven't heard like anyone like him anymore. And there we have A.R. Rahman, the Oscar winner. Arijit Singh, today's generation's favorite. Like, we can listen to him in any genres. We have Taylor Swift. And we have many other, I couldn't jot everyone down here, but yes, of course, there are many more. We have Shreya Ghoshal, we have Sunidhi Chauhan, we have great singers. So yeah, and I would really like to know if you have any other favorites.
I'm thrilled that you've included Taylor Swift here. She really is the music industry and she's amazing and what she does for the other artists as well. So as a Swiftie, I'm really happy to see her here. And Chandray says her favorite artists are Ed Sheeran and Arman Malik as well.
Oh yeah, okay. Arman Malik has a very big fan base in my friend list too. Yeah, of course, there are many more. These are, let me be honest, these are my favorites. So it's kind of biased here what the pictures are, but of course there are greater people too. Okay, so the next slide is, okay. So their music can be categorized in 2 broad categories. One is filmy music and one is non-filmy music. Now, filmy music are those which are soundtracks which are made for particularly a film. We may have not, there are songs which we know, but we don't actually know the film of it. And it's absolutely okay because even I face that same problem sometimes. But they do belong to some amazing movies. And there are non-filmy music which like just stay as it is. So which actually they are known as albums too. If anyone wants to give any example of a filmy music or a non-filmy music, it would be great.
Sharmila says she loves filmy music. And she has,
Of
yeah.
course, who doesn't? Filmy music, that's the first thing we actually hear. We go for, we watch films and it's like, oh, okay, these are the songs in that. Great. So we do have many. Okay. Now, these are few amazing movies which I couldn't ignore because these movies have celebrated music in a way. It's all about music. They have shown that how with music you can literally say a whole story. Of course, we have all, I guess we have all watched Sound of Music, the great song there. We have learned it when we were children, Do a Dear, Female Dear. So yeah, that is a great song there. And then we have Rockstar. Many of them cried in this movie. I have no idea why, because it didn't make me cry. I'm sorry. Then we have La La Land, and then we have Hirok Raja Deshe. So these movies have generally, they are made and based on music. And it's pretty great that people actually think about this and they make movies on these, based on this, basically. Okay, next. Now the most important question is, why do we like music? Like, we all like it. I don't think there is anyone, means even if there is anyone who doesn't like music, they particularly, they may like the music of the nature or something. Everyone likes music. So I wanted to say that, means loving music is, it comes naturally because we grow up loving it. When we are small, our parents sing loris to us. Then we may like a particular intro of our favorite cartoons, or maybe some tunes which are played for us in our small toy gadgets which come, small phones or stuff. So there we get tunes. And tunes tunes are not always songs. They don't consist of actual lyrics, but they are definitely, they stand very proudly by themselves because they're just beautiful to listen to. And some of those tunes I can give examples are Beethoven's For Elise. Then we have Bizet's Carmen. You can search them up in Google. They're amazing pieces, and we can't really it's not hear them. We have heard them unknowingly too somewhere. So this is basically a very cognitive thing to go up in, and we generally like it till the last of our breath. So yeah. The psychological role of music, it's very common, because whenever you say that, oh, I'm feeling very low, you'll hear that a friend of yours or anyone you know that, oh, go listen to some music, you'll feel good. And this is a very common advice we give everywhere to everyone. And even before exams, when I feel like, oh, what will I do next day, and I call up my friend, she's like, you go and listen to some music, and that is going to make you a lot better. And yes, actually, facts and theories have shown that when we hear to something related to a mood, it actually helps us and encourages us and pushes us. So this is how the psychological role of music works. And the rest, which I have not spoken about, is written on the slide. You can always check it. And this is where the concept of music therapy comes in. Many of us have heard about it. Many of us haven't, because it hasn't got its due importance till date. Basically, music therapy is use of music to address physical, social, emotional, cognitive problems and needs to a group or an individual. It includes listening to music to change our psychological, means to change our psychological moods and problems, maybe to solve them. And we like recently I heard this case where this man was suffering from a paralysis for like a year or two, and then the doctor suggested him music therapy, and he heard music of simple classical music like for 6 months. And now I don't know if it's true or not, but now he's like perfectly okay and he is walking. And also I've heard these cases. Now I'm not going to check if these are true, but I think this works, and music therapy is a very important thing. And I didn't know this, but this is a fact I searched up, that if we listen to 5 to 10 songs per day, it can reduce stress, anxiety, and calm us down actually. And in this situation which we are facing right now, it's a very disturbing situation for all of us, and we really want to get out of it. And many of us are like, means we are scared. I know it's means when we are scared, we tend to lose hope. But I will always say that never lose hope, because there's an end to everything, and I guess there's an end to Corona too someday maybe. But yeah, so that's it. And okay, and I want to conclude this by saying that music is in everything. We can find music in nature, because nature has given us many beautiful music, like the sounds of the rain falling on the ground, the water droplets, and then we have birds chirping, even an aeroplane going. It always reminds me of going somewhere which is lacking right now. I really miss traveling to places. And actually means it actually helps to promote mind peace. And means those sounds, when we hear them, it signifies that we switch off some time, and then we ease into the element we are in, and then go again. So, and it has high, the results have shown it has high productivity. And we do not have access to nature as our ancestors did because of industrialization, urbanization, and all the other things. We do not have, means the tree, every tree is cutting down in every second, I guess, right now. And that's not good, of course, but then we can't help it. And but if we think means if we want, we can still enjoy some of the nature's sounds. And I would always say that never compromise with music, because it is a very important element in our part, we realize it or not. I like music. I have always been this music lover when from like very beginning of my life. Means I always reacted to music first, and then to what's spoken to me. And till now, I always go on humming songs, and my mom and dad are like, just just turn your volume down for some time, and I don't listen, of course. And I think that the taste in music, I really wanted to talk about this. The taste in music differs. There, someone wants to say something? No, I guess.
No, it's okay. Carry on.
Okay. So, like, where was I? Yeah. So, taste in music differs. And I really wanted to share this because I think this is an issue right now, and I have seen this issue. Knowing only Hindi songs or loving Hindi songs doesn't make you any less interesting than people always humming English songs, because they often confidently sing the wrong lyrics. So there's no point actually. So we can like anything we want, because music is like food. We don't actually comment on the taste of a food. We like different food. Someone may like only bhat and dal, and someone like me always can have biryani in 3 meals of the day. So this differ, and we should not judge that, never. And I think music is in everything, and if you are a true admirer of music, you would not have, you don't always have to be it's a pro in it. You don't always have to know singing or playing any particular music instrument, or dance or do anything. You can be a very true admirer of music even if you sing one song per day and you really like it and sing it, hear it. So thank you for being this amazing audience, and I really appreciate you all interacting with me. It really helped me know you guys better, and thanks for telling me that there are directioners also here.